Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Chevy Guy 117 here. Well, I know I haven't made a YouTube video in quite a long time now, so I figured I'd make a video. Well, as you can see right now, I'm just basically chilling in my dad's truck and was listening to the radio here a little bit ago. And, yeah, basically this is where I usually chill. It's in my dad's truck, so. It is a little dark. I got like all the lights on as possible because I'm out in the garage. So, well, I figured I'd read my graduation speech from last year. For those of you that didn't get to come to the party or had something else going on rather that day, you'll finally get to hear it. It's a really good speech, 6 pages long. I think you'll find it all quite interesting, and the content that I put in it is actually quite mind-blowing. I never knew I'd be that good of a speechwriter, to be honest. But I think you'll all enjoy it. Relatively short, but I guess I'll start reading it here without further ado. Good afternoon to all my friends and family. It is absolutely an honor for all of you here today to be attending my graduation party. I would also like to thank those of you that supported me at the graduation ceremony, as I have officially walked out the doors of Fulton High School this afternoon into the hands of the mighty world of adulthood. I would like to start off recognizing the most memorable and fun times I have experienced throughout my 4 years at Fulton High School. To begin with, I would like to recall back to my freshman year. It started off as a mild fall of August 2013 for me, getting ready to be a freshman in high school. I wasn't quite ready at my first day of being a freshman at FHS. Matter of fact, I was very nervous. I did not know any of the teachers at FHS at the time besides Mr. Mix. Seeing all these new faces was quite nerve-wracking to me. I honestly did not know what to expect out of all these teachers. Whether if they were going to be extremely friendly or just plain mean like other teachers I have dealt with in the past. The next some days of being a freshman went quite mellow. I was still a little nervous, but not quite as much. I started introducing myself to some of the teachers, upperclassmen, and whoever else in the building that seemed friendly. Majority of these people were very helpful. They were willing to show me how to get from class to class throughout the building, and most importantly, letting me know that they are there for me if I have any questions about the building or of any of the classes in general. My first week at FHS, the very first teacher I met in the class was Mr. McAllister. I found him to have a quite interesting personality. He seemed calm and, most importantly, very generous. I knew for a fact from that day forward I was going to get along with him just well. As the weeks went forward, he ended up being my go-to person when I needed something. He was always there for me throughout the whole school day. He'd never given up on me once. To be honest, he could have just said, "Screw the kid, let him learn on his own." But that was not him. He always supported me every time during his class. The following week, I was in his class again, this time for Intro into Computers class. Angus Engelkins and Tyler Mitchell were with me in there at the time. We were doing our projects, and we happened to notice a brief moment of silence throughout the classroom. Not a word could have been heard throughout the halls. We all look over our shoulders, and the next thing we know is Mr. McAllister's head is tilted back and he had fallen asleep. He was even snoring, for cripe's sakes. I literally had to walk up to his desk and tap him on the shoulder in order for him to wake up. He woke up, but was completely confused. He had no idea why I was standing over by his desk, and I had told him he had fallen asleep. So he kind of, shrugged his shoulders and blew it off, for goodness sakes. But I must admit, that is pretty manly for him to fall asleep out of the blue. I know I wouldn't. I'd be scared waking up not knowing where the heck I am, if anything. More weeks went on, and I met my awesome school principal, Mr. Tennyson. I thought he was a pretty cool cat. He had a calm personality and was a very good listener. Last but not least, the third most funniest teacher I had was Mr. Gurman. I thought he was one heck of a cool dude. He was never angry, but full of laughter and respect, not only for me, but others in the class as well. One field trip I will never forget that we took during freshman year was going up to Mr. Eisen's land up near the French Bluffs in Thompson. I learned a lot during that trip. The main idea of the field trip was learning about all the different kinds of soils that can be found out in Mother Nature. The most funniest part overall of freshman orientation was playing the game of ships and sailors. I found the game pretty weird if you ask me, but at the same time, it was pretty cool. It was also my first time introducing my Gangnam Style to FHS. All the upperclassmen got a good kick out of it. I will never forget the first dance at Fulton High School. Now, I would like to begin recognizing some of the staff members at FHS who had helped me succeed throughout my 4 years as a student at Fulton High School. First of all, Mr. Snyder. He has taught me well from electricity class, construction, intro to tech, and community involvement. I learned a lot throughout those classes, and I'm glad to pronounce I did. Not only have I been able to use those skills during school hours, but at home as well. And I am very appreciative of that. Next in line is Mr. Mix. He never stopped giving up on me. He always had my back 24/7, whether that be in or out of school hours. Next, Mr. Tennyson. Not only is he friendly, but he has taught me how to be a self-advocate. Last but not least, my favorite teacher, Mr. Lionel McAllister. He is a man with heart and courage. This is what makes this man one of my top most favorite teachers. And I will never forget Miss Sanders. She was one of my most top favorite teachers of all. I don't know what I would have done without her. Not only is she friendly, but I will miss her so much by her caring personality. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not standing here today just to give any old random speech, but a speech with thought and prosperity. I have enhanced my skills to become the young man I am today, both academically and physically. I hope to acknowledge others in the future, to let them know that high school is not all that bad. It can be fun and games at times as well. Most importantly, I did not graduate as one individual, but graduated abundantly. You must be united as one in order to know the true value within ourselves. By doing that, teamwork must be our first priority. Working as a whole helps us advocate each other's ideas and to succeed out in the mighty, rustic world. It takes time to decipher who we want to be in the future, but we will know the fact if we keep trying and keep striving for what's good, we will be a success to the world. Never give up being self-minded. There is always someone out there that needs a helping hand, and by giving them just the most simplest of hand, lets them know that you are a person with good qualities and are willing to work together as one to change others' lives as well. Overall, this concludes my years at Fulton High School. I will always remember the good times and what I have learned over the years. Even though I have officially graduated Steamer Nation, I will always be a part of the Steamer Championship in my heart. Once a Fulton Steamer, always a Fulton Steamer. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. That concludes my graduation speech of 2017. I'll be reading that, like I said, at my birthday party this year as well. And I'll be making a new speech to where it kind of simulates from then and now, and to kind of, where I'm at now in life. So I think that'll be pretty neat. So I hope you guys liked the video, and yeah.